name is Elliott, and I'm from Wild Rose School in the Monrovia Unified School District. Whether you traveled the road of Reader's Workshop, Writer's Workshop, or like me, CGI Math, these 2 years were ones that fed our teacher souls, fortified us with tools and strategies to advance our teaching and in turn, powerfully and positively impact the lives of hundreds of thousands of students. This is due to the life and legacy of Mr. and Mrs. Cotsen and the Art of Teaching Foundation. We are forever grateful. The art of teaching, there could be no more appropriate words to describe this program, because we all need art in our lives. Whatever the genre, be it dance, music, painting, sculpting, teaching. We need art, not just because it is nice to look at, but because art shows us what is possible. The art of teaching has not only shown me what is possible, but more importantly, has had the ability to make it real. It's all a bit ironic, actually, me choosing art to be my Cotsen focus, choosing math to be my Cotsen focus. Now, like Mr. Cotsen, I loved my elementary school teachers. They inspired me, they ignited my passion for school and learning, and so at a very early age, I dreamed of becoming a teacher. But never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that my favorite subject to teach one day would be math. Because I had my own childhood struggle with the subject. And before Cotsen, I had never heard of CGI Math. I always taught to the textbook and marched to the guide or the pacing guide. But my 8, 9, 10-year-old self had a nemesis, and its name was math. Math was my friend until about 3rd grade, when no matter how much my poor dear beloved mother flashcarded me, I just could never seem to master those facts quickly. The test caused me to freeze as soon as that timer started, and I felt anxious and stressed. Even though I'm the product of the new math of the 1970s, that new math was not very progressive. There was only one right answer, one way to get there, and there was no turn and talk time. There was no share out. There was no magic in math. Fractions frustrated me. Long division felt like the teacher was speaking a different language. For a time, I lost my confidence, and my love for school lessened. I mostly felt isolated and alone during math class, and I began to think that I couldn't one day be a teacher because I was not a math person. Math made me cry. I spent most of my middle school and high school years keeping my distance from math, doing the minimum to graduate and get into college. They said they knew I would cry. Now I have done that. All right. But this is not what I want for my students, not to fear and avoid math, and not to think they aren't math people and lose confidence in themselves. Now, my 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old self would have thrived with CGI. It has been such a blessing to watch students as the CGI has put the light back in their eyes. And these are students who love math. My own childhood struggle with math and these vivid memories and math wounds are the reason that I took on CGI Math, to find a better way to teach it and reach more students. I needed a path different from the textbook, and so do many of my students. It feels so good to find a way to teach math that supports students. It feels more like myself, not trying to fit into anyone's or any textbook's box. No one feels isolated during CGI Math. I first walked into Joan Case's CGI training, not really knowing what to expect, just ready to learn, and I left feeling inspired and with a full heart. It's the same after classes with Nick Johnson or Carolee Hurtado. They are my math heroes. Any chance to learn from them is an invaluable honor. I am beyond thrilled that next year my district will begin implementing CGI district-wide in conjunction with our math textbook in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades, and I'll be continuing my CGI journey with Carolee. At first I thought CGI was just about story problems and maybe just this little thing, but soon I learned it was so much more. There were number talks and hundreds grids and choral counting, something called Threeact Math, bet lines. There was number strings and embracing the stakes, share outs, turn and talk, variety, questioning, counting collections. It's about collaboration, authentic student work, speaking like a mathematician, challenging the status quo. It's about depth, not speed. Growth, finding efficient ways, celebrations, and making math real for students. CGI has transformed the way my students and I see math. It's about Stephen, who struggles with the textbook math lessons. But I can see him running toward me across the playground before school each morning to ask if today is a CGI day, and cheering whenever the answer is yes. It's about Ruby, an English learner and RSP student who was frozen in fear that first day of CGI Math in 4th grade, unable to put anything down on paper, but grew to be one of my most on fire and confident students. It's about Juan, who joined our class 3 weeks ago. Here I go. He had no control over moving to a brand new school so late in his 4th grade year. On his first day in our class, he was understandably shy and withdrawn. During our morning meeting, we all shared with him what we loved most about 4th grade, and most of it was about math. So we were really surprised when he finally said he didn't like math. Well, my students all gasped, and we made it our vow to change that. I believe with the help of CGI and the fact that my students love to talk your ear off about math and their strategy and their passion and their math creativity, that we have changed his mind. Days ago, he had the opportunity to return to his old school. Someone close to him confided in me that he did not want to go back. He wanted to stay here. He is now one of my most engaged and motivated students during any CGI lesson. I want to thank everyone at Cotsen for your support. You've provided my school grant money for family math nights, which has caused us to grow. Parents turned out in droves to support their children and learn more about CGI, counting collections, Greg Tang math games, and his books, which, by the way, my students in my class fight to be. They volunteer to be student assistants. Those nights, we call them math ninjas. You made it possible for my Cotsen team to flourish and bond through inquiry sessions and the ability to travel to Seattle to attend the CGI conference last summer. And we also have had the ability to go to New York and study under the amazing Lucy Calkins for Readers and Writers Workshop at Teachers College at Columbia University. Although I am proud of my master's degree, it is my Cotsen training that has impacted my teaching and my students more than anything else. Thank you to my Montrose team, the guidance of our beloved mentor, Elva, who lovingly pushed and stretched us, supported us and cheered us every step of the way. To my fellow fellows, Terry, Maria, Allie, and Amanda, I am grateful to have walked this road with you. You are true artists. I look forward to continuing my Cotsen experience as an alum, and am beyond grateful that one lucky day 2 years ago, I was gifted with the opportunity to become an artist known as a Cotsen Fellow.